Hello Aries, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your reading for January 2018. This is a general reading and this reading is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon and Aries Rising sign. And I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, then watch your moon sign or your rising sign. As I said, it's a general reading, so we'll cover all aspects of life, finances, work. If there will be any relationship, then I will cover those. But I already published the love and relationship reading for January, so if you're interested particularly in your love life, then have a look at my YouTube channel, and there's a playlist for January as well, called January Love Readings. And what else? Right, yes, I'm using Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And I'm going to do Celtic Cross. At the end of the reading, I'm going to draw an additional oracle card from the Keepers of the Light oracle decks by Kylie Grail. You probably noticed there's a card in the middle of the table, and this card is from your yearly reading. So if you haven't watched your yearly reading, where I was drawing one card for each month, and I was talking about the whole year in general. So this card actually came for you in January, and I want to see how this card is going to be integrated into your reading, dear Aries. And the card which we had for January for you was the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is very fiery energy, which is yours. You're the sign of fire. It's a little bit sort of like a competition. If you are like working somewhere, maybe in January you will experience a lot of competition from your colleagues or someone, someone who will be on the same level. It's a little bit of bickering. It's not real actual fight, but a bit of bickering. So, conflicts. So if you are like sort of in this sort of position, let's see how it's going to be integrated in your general reading for this month, and see how it's going to turn up. Okay, at the center of the reading we have Five of Cups, which is caused by the Ten of Pentacles. At the base of the reading we have the Ace of Wands. In your recent past we have Seven of Swords. Crowns the reading is the Hierophant. In your near future we have Nine of Wands. For you, I have the Queen of Swords. In your environment, I've got King of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, we have the Emperor, which is you. And the outcome, we have Two of Swords. All right, let's start. So, at the center of the reading, the core of the reading, we have Five of Cups. Another five. Five is all about losses or fights, and we have five where you're fighting, but here it talks about losses. It's a card of mourning about something. It's about losses, maybe some loss of emotions, because cups is all about our emotions, maybe loved ones, or whatever happens, something upset you, so you lost something or someone. You're still in a mourning process. The only one thing I have to say is that it's in a mourning process. You have to take as long as it takes you. When it's right for you, you just need to turn around and see that there are still two full cups. We never lose everything. There was some loss of money, loss of person, loss of love, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, some relationship or whatever, possessions or something. We never lose everything. There is still enough in us. So if you just turn around when it's the right time and look, there is still two cups full of love, full of affection for you, dear Aries. So take as long as it takes, but when it's the right time, turn around, and, you know, it's a time of, you know, maybe stop crying and take it on the chin, turn around, move on, and get what's left. And learn to live with what's left. Because out of what's left, you can actually sort of grow something bigger, something better. Okay? What crosses is the Ten of Pentacles. And Ten of Pentacles talks about ultimate abundance. Abundance on all fronts of financial, happy family, happy home. So when this card comes and crosses that losses, so I believe there might be some losses in the family, because there's also old people depicted, animals, maybe someone, you know, passed away, older person, or maybe the old animal sometimes, you know, sometimes dogs or cats, they reach that sort of, and you are sort of in this upset sort of mood at the moment. But it's something, or it could be loss of finances, some sort of loss of this stability, but not everything has been lost. You still got enough. You lost a lot, but there's still enough. So we're talking about some sort of losses, and losses on a sort of family front, either finances, or maybe a person who passed away, or something like this, or something has been lost. That's in the core of your reading. And at the base of the reading, we have this Ace of Wands. Obviously, you are going to gather yourself and move on, because that is the new beginning, a new start. It's just a card of actualization. It's a revival, you know, just go for it. Full of energy, passion, you know, again, your energy, fiery, passionate energy. It's like a gift from heavens. Here we are, here's this stick, take it, use it, go ahead, actualize yourself. You know, it's like, I will, you know, see, you know, it's like you're saying, I'm going to do it, I will. So it's very sort of, very passionate energy, starting something. So that's what you sort of, that's on the basis of your reading for January. You will be doing something actualizing, you know, full of energy, full of passion, going forward, new project. And in the past, again, it's sort of quite, there's a lot happening, you know, it's sort of like ups and downs with you. There's a little bit of positive, a little bit of negative happening. Seven of Swords is all about, they say about, call it, this card as a card of thief. I see it's slightly different. It's when, I'll describe what it's actually on this card, and you will understand what I'm trying to say. It's when one soldier from one camp have a courage and dare to actually go to his enemy's camp and steal their weapons and go away with that. Take as much as he can and go away with that. So next morning, when the enemies will wake up, they won't have enough weapons to fight with these people. And we talk about fight, if you remember. There. It's either you being savvy, gone and took what you think is yours and managed to weaken your enemies. It's not sometimes wrong thing to do. In a war, there's no rules sometimes. Or it's someone's done it to you. Someone takes something from you. So it's both ways it could play. It's in your recent past. So it's either you went and been savvy, gone it and gone, or it's someone else came around and took what you think is yours. Swords is all about our mental activity, capacity, you know, our train of thought. So when I see swords here, I see it could be actually intellectual properties stolen, taken from you. Some sort of computer programming, I don't know, your project which you've done, written things, I don't know, something which been created by our brain, you know, brain activity. Maybe you've written a book, someone just put their name underneath, or you've done the project and your boss put his name underneath and took all the benefits for it. So that sort of energy over there. And what is the crowning is is a Hierophant. Hierophant, a card of Taurus. Taurus could be significant for you this month. But it also talks about organizations, following the rules, rigidly following those rules. It could be religion is important. If you're a very religious person, that is very significant for you in the month of January. Maybe you're celebrating something, you know, like I'm Orthodox. We're celebrating Christmas on 7th, and there's some couple of also very important celebrations for us. So religion could be important. It could be if you're part of some sort of religious group or some sort of social group where you've got your own rules and regulations, that could be very significant for you. It also sometimes talks about marriage. If you're in a relationship, maybe you're planning marriage, particularly maybe a religious ceremony or something like this. So that's what it's talking about. It talks about also learning. It's about universities. Learning from the knowledgeable teachers, someone, you know, you see they're learning from him, from the Hierophant. He's teaching them. So it's either learning will be, maybe you start a new course, and you like, you know, because as I said, in January, we always start something new. We make this New Year resolution and we'll move on. But maybe you started some sort of course where you want to progress further. But this course requires a lot of sort of, you know, you following certain rules and regulations, you know, like be there in time, do certain work and all that sort of things. Very important. And it's, don't forget, it's also a major arcana, so it's very significant for you. And it crowns all your readings. So whatever you started, particularly if you started university course or something, I don't know, career development, it's very, very important for you. You only got this card and the Emperor, which is a major arcana, and they're very significant for you this month. And for you, I see the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is the air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Libra, Gemini, and Sagittarius. Sagittarius? Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I have to look. I always forget the signs. Gemini and Aquarius. Sorry. Got my little book here with all the signs. Anyway, so she is the air sign. And she's got her swords. And swords is all about truth. It's all about getting into the core of the matter. So this woman, who is, as I said, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, she is not using her heart and emotions in the first instance. She uses her brain. She's very intelligent. And uses that sword as she likes clarity, she likes truth, she wants to know everything, she wants to get into the core of the matter. And might come across quite cold person, but it's not because she's cold, but because she's very intellectual. Sometimes this card talks about solicitors. Solicitor, because they don't use their emotions so much, but use their brain, intellect. So it could be barrister, solicitor, court hearing, could be also counselor, psychologist, psychotherapist, because they bring clarity or help us to get the clarity in our mind. So that's what you need, because that was the card for you, dear Aries. Then maybe you need to go and speak to someone, either speak to a solicitor, maybe because of that bickering and this stolen goodies, or if it's something intellectual, maybe you need to get over this, maybe get over that, losses, maybe you need to speak to a specialist, speak to the counselor, psychologist, psychotherapist, someone like this. Or as I said, it could be Libra person, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, very significant for you this month. And another person, significant person I've got for you in your environment is the King of Pentacles, is the Earth sign. And it could be you yourself, because you are the Earth sign. It could be Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, or it could be just another Earth sign in your environment. And he is like you, very similar. He is very down to earth. Because I've got you as in hopes and fears, but we will talk about it later. I think it's more about the Emperor, about structure. So here, I think it's in your environment, you've got another earth sign who is, as I said, as you, very down to earth, very practical, very analytical, very sort of reliable, loyal person, good with money. But maybe that's, as I said, here we have that this clarity. If you are employing a solicitor or someone, could be a financial advisor as well, because he is very good with money. Bank manager. Maybe you need that clarity in business, in affairs, whatever, financial affairs or somewhere. These two goes really well together. Whatever losses were there on a financial front, maybe over there, maybe you need, if there was maybe inheritance issues, something been stolen from you, something been taken away, you need that solicitor, you need that financial advisor, you need that down-to-earth person around you in your environment. And then we got another person. It's either hopes and fears. It could be either you worry about this, because the Emperor talks about structure, talks about order. If we talk about Queen of Swords, which is more, could be solicitor, more legal stuff, where here it's more and more administration. It's someone who is in charge. He could be like a local councillor, local, I don't know, local politician or something like this. It's a very fatherly figure, someone a little bit older, but got those powers, nice powers, you know. He's also like a fatherly figure. He can give advice as well. So if you fear this person, you might actually fear that that administration or something can sort of affect your life in some sort of effect. Or if you're hoping, maybe you're hoping that this person can bring you that help which you need with that affairs over there, you know, with their family, with the losses, with the bickering, maybe, you know, Christmas, all these relatives were around and you're now bickering and trying to, you know, get all the inheritance between all of you. And you need that support of solicitor, financial advisor, maybe some sort of also a power figure, I don't know, whatever, administration, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, you need to make a decision. You've got a blindfold on this card, which tells that you probably can't make a decision because you don't know everything. Maybe you need all that in order to know. You need that clarity in order to know. And then you will be able to make that decision. You use those thoughts, you use your brain to make a decision. You need, it's very significant. You try to protect yourself with those swords as well. And you try to sort of make, it's a very important decision you need to make. In your near future, I see you as a warrior, 9 of Wands. Again, your energy, fiery, passionate. What the card tells in the near future, that whatever was happening over there, you had that 5 bickering, you had those losses, thieves, whatever was happening. You've been beaten in all those battles. Look, he's got, you know, wounds on his arms, on his forehead, but he still stands strong in front of his army. So what this card tells you, I deliberately kept it at the end, so to pass that message to you for your near future, is that after 9 there is a 10. 10 is the end of the cycle. It's not long for you to fight your battle. It's time comes soon for you to put your weapons down and enjoy the life. After 9, the 10 comes, that's the cycle will be over and you will be able to relax. But at the moment, stay put, persevere and be strong. That's what the message I want to pass to you, dear Aries, for the month of January. There's a lot going on for you, a lot. And I wish you luck. And I wish you success. I just want to get additional oracle card for you. Oops, she jumped. I'm going to take her. We had her, please. Soul flame, Radha. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. You need to heal from all this. And that's why I keep telling, you know, if you're mourning someone, a losses or a loss of person or something, take as long as you need, you know, not overly, you know, in excess. I mean, take as long as you need, but eventually you need to turn. But healing is required for all that, after, particularly after that. in your relationship, there will be harmony for you. And, you know, look inside yourself, rediscover, you know, sometimes this spiritual sort of help us to go all this. It's like a card of hermit, you know, there's a card in tarot deck which is called Hermit, where the hermit actually holding the torch and using this torch to look deep inside himself and give that balance to also just to sort of look deep inside, make that inventarization and see if, you know, everything is in balance in our soul and heart, so it's all fine. Well, I don't have anything else to say for you, dear Aries. I hope you like the reading. Please press the like button, subscribe, and for private readings you can contact me through my webpage or the Facebook page. All the information is underneath this video. My email address is tamara.taro30@yahoo.com. You can write me a message and we'll arrange a reading for you. But otherwise, I'll see you next month. Thank you very much for watching, Aries. Goodbye.